Hello and welcome to your session with me today. My name is Charlotte Tooth and today I'm going to take you through a 30-minute intermediate level strength and conditioning based workout based on the upper body. So today expect to come out with all guns blazing, arms, upper back, upper body feeling fantastic, okay? It's going to be hard work though. We have 3 lots of circuit, 6 exercises in that circuit and a cheeky AMRAP finisher, okay? So prepare yourself. Today you'll need your mat set up, your straps if you could set them at mid-height, so the pull tabs are at the mid-mark, and then you'll also need a mini band, or some people call them the looped bands. Now listen, I've got a couple just to show you here. I've got the TRX light band and the TRX medium, okay? I wouldn't recommend going heavy because in these exercises you will actually need range, okay? You'll have to be able to move. If they're too tight and you can't pull them and you can't move, it actually defeats the point of the exercise, okay? So we're gonna get started in just a sec. Just make sure you've got your bands nearby, have them just by your side and ready to go. We'll do a little warm up, 3 minutes in total, just to get everything moving, get the shoulders moving, the upper back, and then we'll go right the way into our block of 6 exercises. Like I said earlier, we'll repeat it 3 times, so it's going to be very spicy, but you'll feel fantastic afterwards. All right, so let's start this warm up. So you've got 1 minute of bird dog, which is where you're on your knees, you're on your hands. Now from here, make sure your knees are about hip width apart. You're going to stabilize through the core muscles and push the floor away, lifting opposite arm and leg without too much deviation. Okay, so my actual body, my torso, doesn't move all that much. I'm fighting to bring the leg and the arm up without my body giving in and arching the back. Okay, I'll take this nice and slow and I'll focus on the core connection. If my core's not engaging, my hips will twist towards the lifted leg or my back will arch. So very British of me to say, but imagine a cup of tea on your lower back. The idea is that you're not spilling that cup of tea when you take this bird dog, all right? Squeeze the butt. When the leg goes straight, it's all the muscles in the back of the body. When the arm goes straight, it's the back of the shoulder. All right, next one, you're going to tuck your toes. Just start to walk your hands back and roll yourself up. We're going to go for a roll out and a hip drop. So bring yourself all the way down to the floor, rolling through the spine. Walk your hands out, lots of small steps. When you get to plank, drop your hips left and right. So you're just loading up one arm at a time. And then bend your knees, walk back and curl yourself up, rounding your back and setting your shoulders back at the top. So it's chin to chest, walk your hands all the way out. When you get to the bottom, drop your hips from one side to the other so you feel that incredible stretch, both in the obliques, but also the loading in the arms and the shoulders as well. Now lots of small steps here, spread your fingers. We are actually trying to work the muscles of the core and wake up the wrist as well. So make sure you don't spend too much time doing big steps. Great team. Now make this your last one. We're going to come right the way onto seated position. So if you send your butt forward and your feet forward, you're going to take one hand back behind you. And the other hand is going to push all the way up to the ceiling as you bridge your hips up. You're going to feel a nice stretch through the back arm, the back shoulder. You'll come back down and then you'll switch sides, taking the other hand back behind you, hips up. So you're going to alternate from one side to the other. Where your wrist faces is entirely up to you. If you want the wrist to be facing forward, you can. I like to turn it back and get a bit of a forearm stretch. Nice. Now I want you to feel the glutes working here as well, the core muscles, and you can take your gaze with your top arm or your bottom arm. Both are great, both will warm up the neck and shoulders as well. So I really like this one. It's great for getting the muscles that we don't use when we're seated, when we're at our desks, and it really opens up the chest. All right, rest there, team. So we're just about to come into block A, which is 6 exercises. Now, these exercises are all upper body focused, which is why this is going to be very, very challenging, okay? It's going to burn very, very quickly. The first exercise that we do is going to be the most important exercise that we do. It's going to set our shoulders up in a good place for the rest of the session, all right? So We're going to get going right away. 40 seconds on each exercise, 20 seconds break. Make sure your straps are already set up at mid-height, and then you've got your straps nearby. You only need one, but it's always good to have two different types of straps just so that you can judge the resistance and decide what's best for you. All right, so we're going to start with low row to bicep curl, thinking about the shoulders and where we put them. So stand facing towards the anchor point, palms facing in, elbows in line with ribs, and simply just walk your feet forward until you're on a bit of an angle. From here, you're going to extend your arms, looking up to the anchor point, maybe flexing the feet if it's available, and bend the arms. Then you'll extend the arms, turn the palms up, and bring knuckles to forehead. Extend the arms, elbows to ribs, low row. Extend the arms, knuckles to forehead. All right, timer is on. So I don't want to do this. I'm going to come up to the camera and really show this. I don't want to do this with my shoulders hanging forward or up. I want to pack the shoulders as if you're putting your shoulders into your back pockets and beyond, okay? Keep going here. You've got about 20 seconds left. Now, when these muscles are working, you won't feel your neck tensing so much. You'll feel the right muscles, biceps and back, and they're really important. Body's like a surfboard. You're in like a plank position. You're nice and strong through the midsections and nothing sagging. All right, team, rest there. We're coming into a TRX rollout. So for this, you'll have to stand facing away from the anchor. Grab a hold of the handles with your thumb and fingers wrapped over and come all the way up onto your high heels. From here, squeeze your butt and lean into the straps. If they were to move, you would fall forward. Okay, you're gonna reach your arms all the way up overhead and then press down as if you're dragging something towards the floor. My shoulders again are packed, and I'm thinking of sending my hips forward as I reach my arms overhead. And this one's a really challenging one because your body is a very long lever. So you won't just feel your lats working, you'll feel your core, your glutes, your inside thighs. It is all going on. How high you go is entirely up to you. If it feels tough, you're so welcome to offset your feet. Here's your modification. Super strong straight arms. All right, rest there, guys. Next one is going to be your banded inchworm. So take a hold of one band, wrap it around your wrists, almost like you got handcuffs on, and it's just like the warm-up, lots of small steps out. So I'm going to roll down. I'm going to take lots of small steps out with control. Yeah, once I get to that inchworm bottom position, I take a push up, come back up, and then inchworm back. Again, I want to be in charge of the band, not vice versa, okay? So lots of small steps, tension on the band. If the band is floppy, there's no point in using it. So go ahead and choose a band that's tight when your hands are about shoulder width apart. Now this is tough. It looks deceptively easy, but if I don't think about it, the band starts to really move me around. If you need to modify and put your knees down on the way down or on the way up in your push-up, you absolutely can. All right, team, rest there. Next one is going to be on the floor. It's a bird dog lateral tap. Lateral tap just means out to the side, okay? So I place my hands down, like all fours, like we did in our warm-up, and I'm actually going to send the right leg back behind me. Square hips, not open hips, okay? Hip towards the floor. My left hand is then going to tap out to the left, back in, and then slightly left and back in. So sort of 9 o'clock, and then sort of 7 o'clock, okay? All the while, I've still got my cup of tea, and scooping out the waist. Oh. And I'm not sinking into my shoulders. I'm as far away from the floor as I can be, as if there is a little sort of campfire underneath my tummy. And I'm trying to pull everything up and away from the floor. Spread your fingers. Keep your weight forward. You're not back here. Your leg is high. It's pushing, so the glutes are working. Oh, rest there. All right, again, next one is on the floor with the band. I'll just show you the movement though, because I'll be lying down, you'll be able to see it. The arms go from this position and they pull to a W to your chest, okay? So I'm actually trying to widen my hands, all right? And you just do that in back extension position. So lay down, take your arms out in front of you, legs slightly apart. You're gonna lift your chest up and pull the strap to your chest And then reach back down, go to a dead position, a relaxed position. So lift and pull, W, and back down. Now, again, this is wonderful exercise because you're getting the back, so into your lats, you're getting a little bit of rhomboids, and you might feel your triceps and biceps working as well. Today I'm doing it so that the W comes to your chest, not your back, so make sure that your head is high enough to clear the strap, okay? You're not whacking yourself in the face. Legs are staying on the ground. All right, team, rest there. Oh, okay, I have one more exercise for you. It's kneeling overhead extension. It looks really simple. It's probably the most challenging one that we're about to do. So again, you need the strap just over your wrists, palms facing in like you're clapping. Come to a kneeling position with your hands under tension out in front of you, about shoulder width apart. Super straight arms, you're gonna lift one arm off the ground, back down. Other arm off, back down. Now, of course, you're gonna start cheating, right? When the arm goes up, you're gonna twist your body. Don't do that. You have to square to the floor. And don't just go up, down, because your muscles are not working for very long there. You wanna hold for a second, feel what's going on in your mid-back, and then come back down. Don't lift your butt up, keep your butt down. Like I said, the most challenging exercise we've done so far. Keep pressing your shoulders to the floor. Oh. All right, team, rest there. You literally have about 40 seconds to completely rest, and then we're gonna repeat those exercises once more, okay? So 6 exercises, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds break. How do you feel? Probably quite exhausted, right? Me too. You might need a couple of stretches for the chest, for the neck, whatever you need. That dinger means you've got 20 seconds, then we go again. So remember the first exercise? Low row to bicep curl. Don't let it happen up here. We want the shoulders packed into the back pockets, okay? We got 5 seconds, then we're going, guys. Facing towards your anchor, holding on nice and tight. Walk your feet forward to load up. All right, one low row, and then knuckles to forehead, bicep curl. 40 seconds. Now maybe you're feeling stronger this time. You might walk your feet forward a little bit so you get a bit of extra work. So the further forward your feet are, of course, the heavier it is. If you find that you can't even move, you've probably gone too heavy. Oh. Now in this bicep curl, do not turn the bicep curl to a row. Elbows stay high. Oh. All right, well done, team. TRX rollout is coming up. Now, maybe this time you want to create more instability and you bring your legs together, okay? A bit more challenging. See how you feel. Stand facing away from the anchor, palms facing down, heels high, maybe legs together. Now, I like to push my handles together on my rollout because I feel like it gives me a deeper shoulder stretch and a little bit of stability. However, if you want a deeper workout and you know that you're trying to work on your sort of unilateral work, you can open your arms up, and then any sort of imbalances in your shoulders are highlighted that little bit more. Get your shoulders down away from your ears. Ladies or gentlemen, if you're wearing earrings, it's like that feeling of pulling your shoulders away from your dangly earrings. All right, team, well done. Rest there, good job. Okay, next one is that banded inchworm with the push-up. So maybe you want to upgrade your band, go for the next one up. I'm sticking with my orange because I found it really challenging and I don't want to progress until I've earned the right to do so, okay? So again, get yourself ready at the back of your mat. All right, roll down. Keep tension on the strap at all times. I never let it go floppy. No one likes a floppy one. Down, push all the way up. Walk back. Oh, bend the knees. And this is a little moment of recovery. I get to release up here and then down here. Lots of small steps. Yeah, creep like a cat. Almost like a cat that's sneaking in. So really articulate your hands. Fingers to knuckles to wrist. Oh, saved by the bell. Well done, guys. Okay, next one, we're back into that bird dog lateral tap. We'll have to use the other leg this time, remember? So come down to all fours. This time I actually want my left leg up in the air. Lift it up, square your hips, and make sure there's tension on the strap. All right, once you're there, remember you tap the strap out to the side, right side, 3 o'clock, and then 5 o'clock. Okay, I don't want my hips to move. Remember, there's a gin and tonic on your lower back. We've upgraded. Don't let it move. Shoulder blades are not sinking. Wide shoulder blades. Honestly, if you get your technique, your upper body work will really upgrade. If you do things wrong and you're just working with the wrong muscles, it really limits how far you can push yourself. And my left arm's working hard as a stabilizer. Out to the side, 3 o'clock, tapping back, 5 o'clock. All right, rest there, team. Next one is going to be that back extension with the W, okay? This time I'm going to ask you to take it behind your back, so a little bit more stretch through the pecs, okay? Get yourself ready. Ooh. Legs wide, arms start out in front of you, legs are wide, press the pubic bone into the floor. Here we go. Lift the arms up, split the strap, pull it behind your back, W, and then come down with control. Up and over, W. Down with control. What a lovely sensation. Shoulders squeezing down as if I'm hugging a newspaper under my armpits. And make sure you're not holding your breath. When you hold your breath, you're more likely to get tension in the wrong muscles. The upper neck, the jaw, top to the shoulders. All right, team, rest there. Whew. Okay, into that kneeling overhead reach. So remember, the action is simply, if I'm seated, it's just this, trying to get my arms overhead. But the problem is my chest is so close to the ground, okay? And I've got a strap on. So hands out in front of you, sit back, turn your palms to face in. So your baby finger is on the floor. Push your armpits to the floor to start. That's where the challenge is. One arm up, back down. One arm up, back down. Now this is actually a drill that we use in handstand training to improve our overhead mobility. So if you do handstands, or if you're looking to get into weightlifting, kettlebell work, all of this is going to be great for you. It's going to improve your ability to be strong when your arms are over your head. And of course, as human beings, we just need that overhead range. You know, when we're stacking something on a high shelf, putting on a really tight jumper. Oh, rest there. All right, team. So hopefully those shoulders are feeling very, very worked. We have just one more round to go of each of those, okay? One more round to go, nice and strong. It's gonna be tough though, because our muscles are really starting to fatigue now and we're not getting much break. You had 40 seconds to have a breather between each of your exercises, so between each of your blocks. So 6 exercises to go before we go into our finisher. You feel all right? Of course you do. All right, get yourself loaded up. So low row to bicep curl. Remember, strong, straight body, stand facing the anchor. Let's go. So walk your feet in, flex your feet if you haven't got a slippy surface. If you have, feet flat. Here we go. One low row, one bicep curl. I'm breathing out on the effort, so that's when I come up to the ceiling. Eyes up to the anchor. If we look down, we're more likely to hide our upper back and round our shoulders. The spine always goes where the eyes go, yeah? So eyes up, chest up. Proud chest. Like you're showing off a brand new t-shirt. All right, team. Flip it around, TRX rollout coming up. Now check in this rollout that you are sending your hips with you, because a lot of the time people forget to make their hips heavy, so really check that today. Hands overhead, together or wide. Walk back to the anchor. Heels really high, the highest you can go. All right, when you're ready. Oh, there it is. Oh my goodness, you want to go so far that it's challenging, but not so far that you can't get back up. That was nearly me then. Yes, guys. Not rushing it, trying to keep the content, the technique that we got given. All right, banded inchworm. So for this last round, do you want to make it heavier? Do you want to take the heavier band? I'll leave it up to you, all right? Lots of small steps. You don't want to be slamming your hands down, okay? All right, here we go. So roll yourself down, lots of small steps, creeping like a cat or a tiger. Tricep push up, walk it back, roll it up. Now what a lovely workout. You're getting all the way into the shoulders, the core, triceps and back. If you want to go quicker than me, you can. I'm keeping it slow because I'm looking for good technique and a quality of movement that's almost animalistic, creeping back. All right, guys, last little push. All right. Now we're going to do alternating, one to chest, one overhead. You've got it. So arms out, legs open. And when you're ready, we're going to bring one to the chest, W, and then one overhead, just behind your back. One to the chest, and then one overhead. So this is quite a nice one. Like I said, it's going to get your back muscles, you're going to feel your butt working, and you're going to feel your core muscles working really hard as well. Big pull as if you're tearing that band. All right, coming into your bird dog. So this time I want you to just do 3 taps on one arm and then 3 taps on the other, just so we can keep it even as it is our last round. So place your hands under your shoulders, go ahead and send your right leg back to start, and you'll just do 3 taps to 9 o'clock with your left hand, all right? So it's gonna go left hand out for 3, controlling for 2, and a 1. Then I'll do a switch of the legs, left leg. 3, 2, I'm going to 3 o'clock, 1, switch the other leg. So it's just because it's our last round, I want to make it even on both sides so you don't end up walking out of here with one side of your body super strong. I want to be nice and even on both sides. Shrug your shoulder into your back pocket. Lift your face away from the floor. You don't want to look like you're looking at an email. You want to be proud. Lifted open chest. All right, team. Last one coming up before our finisher. So the next one is an overhead reach. Now, if you want to make it more challenging, of course, just get your armpits closer to the floor before you start the movement, okay? Hands wide, palms facing inwards, so the baby finger, the little fingers on the floor. And here we go. Push your armpits down. I need straight arms. Straight arms. Now I can feel my body wanting to twist. I'm not going to let it happen. Trying to keep my shoulders square to the ground. And I'm trying not to slam the hand on the floor, which it's harder than it looks. Controlling up, controlling down. Oh my goodness. Wow, my shoulders feel toasty. I don't know about yours. Throw that band down. Cha! You won't need it for a second. All right, 40 seconds breather, and then we'll come into our final push today. Remember, our final push is going to be an AMRAP, so it's essentially as many rounds as possible. And today you'll have 3 different movements that you need to complete. For these movements, you'll actually need your straps fully lengthened. So yank down, pull the metal buckle horizontal, and then pull down until the straps are fully lengthened. Now your numbers, and I want you to repeat this after me, are 6, 8, and 10. 6, 8, and 10. All right? And then your movements are this. First one is 6 squat Y. So I stand facing towards the anchor. I do straight arms, which is a bit weird, and squat width apart with my legs. I sit towards my heels, keep my knees behind the ankles. I lift up and pull the arms to a wide position, maybe coming up onto the tiptoes if that feels good. I'm never going to bend my arms. They always stay straight. And the idea is that my arms are in front on the way down, my arms are overhead on the way up. All right? So you've got 6 of those. You've then got 8 plyo push-ups, which look like this. So I'm kneeling, I'm going to pounce forward again like a cat. What is with the cat themes today? Pounce forward like a cat, spread your fingers and look where you're going so you don't face plant. I pounce, and I walk all the way back. Yeah, of course, you can do this and shoot your legs out at the same time if you wanted to. Pounce, legs, and then walk it back. Okay, on the knees is enough. Trust me, once you've done 8 of these and you've obviously done a really tough workout for the shoulders, you'll feel it. If you are a bit afraid of the wrists or you've got any wrist issues, of course, just take your normal push-ups, yeah, on your knees or with straight legs, okay? Next one is going to be your banded swimmers. So this is the only one where the band is needed, and super simple. It's a combo of 2 exercises we did earlier. The arms are overhead, and I'm going to lift all 4 limbs off and just reach opposite arm and leg. Right and left is actually counted as 1 rep. So essentially, instead of 10 swimmers, you're actually doing 20. So I go right and left, that's 1. Right and left, that's 2. Okay? Keeping tension on the strap the whole time, all right? 4 minutes AMRAP. I've spoken enough. I've spoken too much, probably. So you got 6 squat Y, 8 plyo push-up, 10 banded swimmers. Count your rounds. We are about to start. Let's go. So stand facing towards the anchor. Hey, squat Y coming up. The timer's already on, team. So you got 6 squat Y. Popping up, the hips pop almost like a kettlebell swing. And this is my 6th. Cha, nice. I deload. I'm going to bring myself down onto the floor, pouncing like a cat. Here we go. 8 plyo push-ups with a crawl back. Look where you're going. It's very easy to face plant. Oh my goodness. Yes, when I've done those 8, which actually feel like 5,000, I take the band, get it around the wrists. I've got 10 swimmers, actually 20, because it's really right and left is 1. Here we go. Oh my goodness, wow. My butt cheeks are burrowing in. And that isn't even part of the workout. Here we go, squat Y. So listen, I managed to do 1 round in about 1 minute and 20. So if I speed up, I could probably get 3 rounds in. Where are you guys at? Biceps by the ears, straight arms. Oh my goodness. Plyo push-up. These are the killer. Pounce, cha cha cha. Visualize where you're gonna land before you land it. Don't just guess it. Don't have the hands too far forward. Tight core as you land as well, so your body doesn't end up sagging. Cha. My last one. Oh wow, they are a burner. Oh my goodness, swimmer, 10 or 20. Here we go. Opposite arm and leg. There we go. So my second round was done. Oh, in a bit less time. So I've got about 1 minute and 30 to complete this last round, but I'm trying to do as many rounds as possible. So if I complete quicker, of course, I will keep going. 5, that's 6 squat Y. Yes, 8 plyo push-up. I'm gonna try not to kneel on any rocks this time. Cheeky ones. All right, cha, pouncing like a cat. Try to let your fingers do some work as well. Don't just dump into your wrists. Wow, okay, so I've got 10 swimmers. I've got 33 seconds left. I wonder if I can start my squat wise. Here we go. Cha, 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 cha. Oh, yes I can. 20 seconds. Randomly changing accent there you go. I'm fighting and I'm pushing. I'm gonna keep going until the finisher. Keep going until I hear that ding. Oh wow. Oh, guys, well done. Grab a sip of water. Bit of a heart raiser, that one, especially if you were pushing the reps, huh? Listen, we're about to come into a stretch, so just take a moment just to breathe, get your breath back. We'll shorten the straps to mid height and we'll start with W slides. So stand facing away from the anchor, hands directly above the head, feet underneath the hands. So you're not in a roll out position, you are actually quite vertical with your body. Bring the arms to a W and then reach the arms up overhead. Now you've got the option to do W, and then when you go overhead, actually lean to one side. So I'm going to the right diagonal, and then W, lean to the left side. What a great stretch. A couple more on each side. And make this your last one. All right, fantastic. Turn to face towards the anchor point. Go ahead and hold on with your palms facing down and just take a forward fold so that your head sort of peeks through your arms and then your hips reach back. If it feels awkward, walk closer or further away from the anchor point to make it work for you. And then simply start to look under your left armpit. You'll notice your right knee bends naturally. And then look under the right. And just go from side to side. Well done, guys. Release the straps. Come onto the floor for the last couple of stretches here for our upper body. So if we place our hands under our shoulders, knees under the hips, I like to call this one the disco cat and cow. I know, it's a wild one. So instead of just going up and down, which feels lovely, I actually circle my rib cage round as if I'm doing a hula. And I can go the other way as well. Make sure it's not just your head that's having a little disco, yeah? You actually want to articulate the rib cage. So for that to happen, big push through the hands. All right, guys, and then last stretch today. Sit onto your heels, place your hands behind you and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Once you've arrived, push your hips up. Oh, what a glorious feeling. I'm getting chest, pecs, right? Shoulders, bit of hips. Oh, and gently come down. Oh, roll yourself all the way up. Amazing, give yourself a high five. Pretty sure that's just a clap, but I'm gonna call it a high five. Guys, great job today, fantastic job. That was 30 minutes of upper body focused conditioning. I hope your arms feel absolutely fried. It's gonna be challenging now for me to pick anything up. But I hope you enjoyed the session. Of course, if you have any questions or any feedback, feel free to drop me a message. But if not, have a fantastic day and I'll see you all again on the next one.